Hey beings! So I'd like to share with you guys a really quick way to get yourself out of an anxiety attack. Now I'd like to say that I personally haven't struggled with anxiety for much of my life. I don't naturally have anxiety. I'm not usually anxious about situations. The wind is going, it feels awesome. However, I have experienced anxiety, and I actually have experienced personally an anxiety attack. The first time I experienced anxiety was actually pretty crazy. I was with one of my best friends who has anxiety pretty regularly. She has anxiety attacks pretty often, and we were actually in a different country, in a jungle near the beach, and just really connected. And one night she started to have an anxiety attack, and I saw her having this attack and I wanted to help her work through it, and I actually realized to myself, I don't know what it feels like when you have anxiety. Like, I don't physically know. And of course, right when I said that, I actually felt her anxiety transfer over to me, and she continued to have the attack, but I felt the attack, and it literally felt like a bulldozer had slowly just kind of crept up and come over my body and just sat on my chest and was just suppressing me from like being able to do anything. But I felt really like anxious and just like not in the present moment at all, and it was so intense, but I was actually able to fully feel it and help her work through it. And it was like one of the most incredible experiences ever. She worked through it and did not have an anxiety attack. Like, we fully prevented it. It was absolutely incredible, and we spent the rest of the night laughing. So since that, I have a few times felt anxiety when around other people. And I understand that part of my mission here on earth is to be a healer, so often I do feel the emotions and the energy of different people a little too much, but it's all for me to learn and understand and better help them. So this is kind of what I've gathered, and what has helped me actually get out of the anxiety attack, and what I have found works most for other people to get them out of their anxiety attack too. So when you start to feel it coming on and your mind starts racing and your body feels like you can move it a lot less and like you have a lot less control of your entire situation, your chemical situation, emotional, physical, everything kind of just like, you just feel like you're kind of like losing a grip on being able to control your situation, which is not something that I really like to experience. No one really does, and that's why it scares us so much, and so usually that fear propels it even more. So right when you feel it starting to creep in, immediately slow your breath. Literally take slower, deeper breaths. Blink your eyes a few times, wake yourself up to where you are, and just breathe really deeply. And when you start to do this, it starts to calm down your internal situation, and then I want you to turn your focus onto your immediate surroundings. So whether you're with people or you're in nature or whatever it is, try to focus on an object that does not have direct emotion or feeling and is not moving. So like a rock or a chair if you're inside, or a table, or anything, a tree if you're outside. The trees are really calming always. If you have a window, go fucking look outside, stare at a tree, and focus your attention on it. And I want you to literally try to remove your focus from your own mind and your own situation, and decide that you're really interested in the way that the tree or the chair or the table was made or is. Look at all the details, the different parts, and what you're basically trying to do is just psych yourself out of it. Now, once you've gotten to this point, this is a technique that I felt was like guided to me because I just did it one time when I was like experiencing someone's anxiety attack, and it literally made it go away. And after further research, it's also a point of the EFT, which is the emotional freedom technique. I'm pretty sure it's EFT. I probably should have checked that before, but if not, then I'll just let you guys know. But it's actually a part of that technique where it's said that you basically hit points of your body to completely relieve yourself of any type of emotional, physical, or any pain that you're currently experiencing, any emotion that you're currently experiencing. And it works really well when you do the whole system, but there's like 12 parts, or maybe it's 9. Again, I'm not really sure. I'll do a video about that maybe one of these days. I just kind of educate myself a little bit more on it, but this is just one of the points. So you take one of your hands and have your 4 fingers together, and at the top of your head, basically in your crown chakra, I want you to start poking it. Like, literally sit there and just start poking your head. And do this as you're breathing deeply. And do it maybe like 30 to 50 times, maybe even more. Do it 100 if you need to. And afterwards, try it right now. And afterwards, when you take your hand off, you kind of feel reset. Like you literally feel like just kind of in a different state. And I find that when you're having anxiety, this is really all you need, is to get you out of that and back into the present. Something else that I like to do while doing the EMT technique, and just in general when you're feeling any type of anxiety, is to say a mantra. Now, make this mantra the exact opposite of what you're feeling. So if you're feeling anxious, then I want you to repeat over and over to yourself, I am calm in the present. I am calm in the present. I am calm in the present. And just keep saying this over and over to yourself. And once you say it like 30 to 50 times, you actually feel yourself either start to laugh or start to feel that way. You saying it out loud is literally telling the rest of your body how you feel at that moment. So if you're telling yourself, I feel good, I feel good, I feel good, I feel good, then you will literally start to feel good because your situation is reacting to what you're saying. Your entire environment, the energy of the universe, everything is basically ignited by that little mantra that you have repeated over and over again and given emotional desire to as well, because you want to feel good. And it just kind of happens. You can also kind of try to trick yourself out of it by thinking of the worst case scenario. So whatever you're having anxiety about, think of the worst thing that could come out of that, what you truly fear, which is what's causing and fueling the anxiety. Imagine it happening. Would you die? And even if you did die, is that the worst thing? Understanding that the universe is a cycle and everything that is happening is totally supposed to happen and it's actually happening for you also helps you to kind of release some of that anxiety you might have about upcoming situations. It doesn't even have to be just for an anxiety attack. It could also be when you're just having like regular anxiety, anxious feelings. Do those 4 things at your own pace, and I promise you will see your entire reality start to change and respond to those actions that you are doing in order to combat the anxiety. Your body, your existence, the universe, everything wants to conspire to work for you. So if you ignite it yourself with positive intentions and by just snapping yourself out of it, your system will respond to you. So thank you being so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave comments below as to other topics you'd like to hear, and please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all very soon.